my people. So I am on the side of the road right now, waiting for roadside service to come and change out my fuel filter, because I was driving, minding my business, going 70 miles, and freaking truck stops out of nowhere. Thankfully I've experienced this before, so I already knew to like quickly pull to the side of the road. But yeah, like where I'm at is there's a on-ramp right here, and then the regular traffic is right there, and that's where I had to pull over because the truck stopped and the wheel was starting to lock up already, so I had to hurry up and get somewhere. Thankfully I'm not in the middle of nowhere this time, and there's like some food places right here, so I'm gonna just quickly make this video talking about how trucking changed my life. But yeah, as you can see, it's not all good all the time. Like obviously, shoot, that's life. There's gonna be some breakdowns, and you're gonna be stuck for a couple hours, and you're gonna have to get up the next day and work. I mean, honestly, that's what I like about my job. It's not forced dispatch, so I can and probably will take off tomorrow, because by the time I get home and then have to go to sleep and be back in Dallas, it's gonna be a lot, and I got plans tomorrow. So here I am, decided to talk about how trucking changed my life, because thinking back, like it's about to be 4 years. So before I decided to really start looking into trucking, I was a travel agent and just really not liking sitting at a desk for work. I love being outside, I love moving around, and that's just been me my whole life. And I love to drive. Like before I got my CDL, I would drive back and forth to Florida all the time. I would drive to New York by myself, like, so it wasn't something totally, let me close this door. I wanted fresh air. As you can see, I got my door wide open and it's all loud. Even though I feel like I'm talking loud enough, I just don't want it to be too annoying. But yeah, so it was March 2018 literally when I hardcore like just started watching YouTube truckers, and started looking at that CDL prep app that saved my life, that helped me pass that test for real. And I had to take care of some tickets. I think I had like $800 worth of tickets, like basically driving with no insurance, bad registration, failure to yield, going 5 miles over the speed limit. Like, who does that? Who gives tickets for going 5 miles over? But yeah, so I took care of that, and then boom. So from March to June, like mid-June, is when I actually got enrolled and was like sitting in the class for well, I started at Lone Star in Houston, and then after like a week of orientation, they sent us to Stevens. So yeah, within that couple months got started, and then from June to August, literally the first week of August is when I got my actual CDL. And so hold on, I don't know if that stopped the video. Okay, no, it did. And so although like a lot of y'all know, well, like Stevens was pretty hard, but not pretty hard, it was hard as hell. Just, you know, one, you're being away from family, you're learning this new thing that you don't know nothing about for the most part, and then it's just like fast paced. They're barely feeding you good. If you were like me, you was broke, like, so you're, you know, having to ask family for money to freaking eat like a good meal, because I don't know what the hell they were serving at Stevens, but it made you want to go on a fast. But yeah, I wouldn't take that experience back for the world, even though I wouldn't recommend them off bat. If you are looking to get your CDL through a trucking school, I definitely would recommend the others first, and then, you know, if they're the only ones calling, or, you know, they don't have a wait time. Although I heard that they're not doing manuals anymore, so I definitely would try to go the route of testing out in a manual for sure, because you don't want that restriction on your license. That's just too much to try to get off later on when you're working and everything like that. And there are a lot of companies out here that still only have manuals, so it would just make life harder for you. You wouldn't be able to, you know, if you want to quit a job and start another one on Monday, you got a restriction, you're gonna have to find something else. So yeah, just try to be mindful of that. But other than that, man, trucking literally from year one, it's been a beautiful experience. And you know, just seeing the United States, and I've traveled, like I freaking lived in Puerto Rico. Growing up there was the best experience ever, as far as like living somewhere, and I, to this day, I want to go back and live on an island. That's where I want to live for good. And it's just like, trucking is so beautiful, because I would have never thought to go to Wyoming or freaking Moab, Utah, or freaking like it's so beautiful, the places that you never think about, and it's like so beautiful to the point where you're just like, wow, this is what I've been missing out on. And you get to get paid doing it too. So that's why anytime anybody's like, oh, you drive trucks, you got your CDL, I'd be like, oh yeah, you like to drive? Because I definitely recommend it. You know, even if you don't stay a driver, like you could be investing your money as you're driving and only drive for 4 years and do something else later on. I just personally, I like driving. I like being out, seeing things. Like, I don't like just sitting at home or just sitting. I've had a work from home job and I didn't like it. I didn't. But to each his own. I just would say that trucking changed my life in a way where, one, you're getting paid every week. You're getting paid nice money. And I ain't gonna lie, the first year I was not putting money aside. I was so busy getting souvenirs for me, my family, eating good. Like, you're seeing all these places that you never heard of, never tried before, looking up on Google, and they got good reviews, and oh my gosh, just the food. It's the food for me. But yeah, so that first year, if I would have paid myself first at least $200 a week, what? But you live and you learn, and obviously now I'm to a point where, okay, like, and then being a mom too, of course, like, you really gotta get to it. You gotta get to it. But trucking did that for me, and I'm just like so happy that I made this decision. It feels great being out here and seeing other beautiful women and like doing the damn thing, and it just feels good. And so what I would say is, if you're like in a place where you're at a job, you're not happy, you're looking for something new, getting paid more, like, I would say definitely make that jump and at least start looking into like what all it takes for you. Because for me, like I said, it took for me to pay off some tickets. It took for me to do some researching to see, like, you know, who is gonna be able to provide the best safety. It was safety for me, obviously. This is like a whole big old truck you're driving, right? And you wanna, to the best of your ability, know so much about what you're about to get into. So that's what I was saying. I would watch YouTube videos so much, and I appreciate, you know, everybody who was posting about their trucking experience. You know, you want to get it from all different angles. You know, no 2-3 experiences are the same. Like, I could think it's a beautiful thing, and then the next person telling you, oh man, this ain't about nothing, like I'm about to do something else. Look, it's about how you look at it. All I know is I've had 25 jobs. Y'all seen the last video. I know that this is it for me, like, as far as working, you know, and not like investing and making my money work for me. This is it for me as far as working, and I like it. I'm not calling in. Like, that's one thing. All them other jobs I had, not to say I was always calling in, but it was just like, you get burnt out and you just be like, oh, I don't feel like working. Oh, I don't feel like working. You call in so much, you're gonna get fired. But like, it's such a high demand for truckers, and I feel like it always will be. It's just transportation. So it's a money move. It's a money move. And if you are really motivated and you really want to do it but don't want to get out here by yourself, then try to see like who in your family or in your circle of friends is trying to get to it with you. Because as a team driver, like, the possibilities, the money. So yeah, I don't want to make this video any longer than it has to be, but I just wanted to, you know, be encouraging of those who are trying to get their CDL or just got their CDL. And because I ain't gonna lie, at times I was like, what am I doing? It would be because, you know, I drove for owner operator for a little bit that wasn't about nothing. And so now I'm thinking back to it, I wasn't even getting paid what I'm paying now, and I was over the road. And now I'm home every day, off on weekends, and getting paid way more. So it's like, that's why I appreciate, you know, and that's why I want to make these videos to let drivers know you have options. Don't ever settle in a trucking job. Like, it's too many options out here. I went from driving cement trucks to roll-off trucks, doing recycling, to freaking, you know, you always want to level up and just make sure, obviously, you are not just impulse moving around. But if you're not happy somewhere and you know that you can get paid somewhere else, like, move somewhere else. But if you're happy somewhere and you're getting paid decent, then, you know, stick with it. Like, this job I'm at now, I'm gonna stay here, probably even when I get my own truck, because I really like it. I like being here. It's a cool company, even though I'm stuck on the side of the road right now. But yeah, I'm about to go walk and get something to eat. So I just want to say that. And I also want to say thank y'all so very much for liking, subscribing, commenting. I really like appreciate it to the max, because this is something that I'm getting into again. You know, I'm not big on social media like that. If you follow me on IG or Snapchat or anything, you see I don't post a lot because I be needing to take breaks. I don't care for people being all up in my business. Not to say I'm just like doing the most or whatever, but I like being very like reserved, laid back, and just minding my business. So anyways, that don't mean I'm gonna still be consistent. You know, all my videos are not gonna be about trucking. It's gonna be, you know, mom life and stuff like that too. So either way, I just thank y'all for watching, and make sure you tell your mama, your grandma, your uncles and them to follow me, and I appreciate y'all to the max, to the max. So until next time, ooh, ooh.